Hello guys, welcome back to another wonderful session regarding the exam oriented classes. In this classes, we are going to see a topic on consignment. This consignment I have already told in the class, you need to watch the full course which has been uploaded in my YouTube channel. Okay, that in this YouTube channel, you will get 4 to 5 years of lecture. That is more than sufficient to score very good marks. But even though here I have taken 2 extra sums, which will give you a good weightage and good conceptual clarity regarding the consignment part. Okay, so those who are going to watch this video exam oriented approach, if you want full course details, it is already been freely uploaded in my YouTube channel, Hari Academy CA, CS and CMA, and you can watch it out. Okay, now we will start regarding with the part. Okay, a question which is from a CMA Institute material, that is Mercer's Singh Traders. M by S is nothing but Mercer's. Mercer's Singha Traders of Surat consign 5,000 liters of edible oil costing rupees 32 each. It means 32 each liter, 32 per liter to M Limited. Okay, Mrs. is a consignor to M Limited. M Limited is a consignee of Mumbai. On 1/2/2022, S Limited paid rupees 5,000 as a freight and insurance charges. Here it is of which insurance companies agreed to pay 5,000. My voice is not clear. Just a minute. M Limited paid clearing charges of 6,100, godown rent of 300, salesman salary of 900. This M Limited will act as a consignee. Okay. Then it was entitled to 6% ordinary commission and 4% del credita commission on sales. Why there is a need for del credita commission? The consignor will give authority to the consignee to sell the goods on the credit, to bear the debts. He will give a del credita commission on sales. On 36/2022, M Limited reported 4,000 liters were sold at 1,65,000 and 100 liters were lost due to oils. It is easily due to evaporation will be considered as normal loss. It is in the ordinary course of business. That loss is an ordinary course of business. So normal loss will be loss due to evaporation. A customer who bought liquor for rupees 1,500 could pay only 40% of his amount. Here the bad debts comes to a picture. Mr. M Limited paid its balance due by check. Show the consignment account in the books of Mrs. Singha Traders. That's what your question. Correct. Here we are going to prepare an account. But before preparing an account, first you need to put debit and then do credit and write consignment account. Okay, write the consignment account and particulars as the format which we going to do the same thing. Particulars 2 rupees column, same particulars and 2 rupees column we will put. From this we are just going to do a posting first. We will read the question and we will do the posting. So first thing we will write 2 goods sent on consignment account. What is amount? 5,000 liters into rupees 32. What is the value? 5,000 into 32. What is the value? It will be good. Correct. 1,60,000. So I will write 1,60,000. Okay. Next, they have given some expenses. Correct. That is a consignor's expense. That is regarding 5,000. I will write down 2 bank account. In brackets, I will write down consignor expense, or I will write the same name of the expense. Freight and insurance charges. That value comes around 5,000. Once it has been done, next I will debit the values of M Limited. That M Limited account, because I am going to bear all the expenses of the consignee which is going to be. For that purpose only, consignee will give an account sales to the consignor. What are the expenses he has committed to sold that product? From that account sales, we get this information. To M Limited account, he is making clearing charges 6,100 and good on rent 300, salesman salary 900. Here we will write down first clearing charges. Do along with me in my notebooks so that it will become easy. Clearing charges will be 6,100. Then we'll have good on rent. That good on rent will be 300. Next, salesman salary. That salesman salary will be 900. And totally it will be 7,300. Correct, 7,300. Next, after that, we are going to provide some commission. That commission also we will write it in the provided to the consignee, that is M Limited. We will write down commission. We are going to provide two commission. One is ordinary commission. Ordinary commission also should be calculated on the sales. So we will write the sale value. On M Limited, he has sold reported of rupees 4,000 liters at 1,65,000. Here I will write by M Limited account. In brackets, I will write down sales. Then again in this bracket, I will write down 1,65,000. Directly I will write. Then afterwards, I need to deduct the ordinary commission. In brackets, I will write down rupees 1,65,000, because 1,65,000 is not a unit. It is a rupees into what is the percentage of ordinary commission they have given? 6% they have given. That is into 6%. What is the value? 1,65,000 into 6%. 9,900. Very good. 9,900. Yes. Then we are providing with del credit commission to bear a bad debt. Del credit commission is nothing but on the same sales 1,65,000 into how much percent they have given? 4% they have given. So we are also providing 4%. So 1,65,000 into 4%, 6,600. Good. 6,600. If you add all this, you will get 16,500 as your value. Okay. And here now our hero comes to a picture. The most important thing in this question is this in the working note. Okay, working note, I will put it in different way. Kindly mark it down. This working note number 1. Okay, we are going to computation of unsold stock or closing stock and valuation of abnormal loss. Okay, we will do all this in single. Write down particulars, write down units, write down rupees. Okay, first part is we will write first goods sent on consignment. I will shortly call them as GSC. Shortcuts are allowable in working notes. You can use the shortcuts in the working notes. Okay. Next, how many units? 5,000 units. Correct. What is the pricing? 1,60,000 is the pricing. Okay. And next step is I need to add the consignor's expense. I need to add the consignor's expense. Consignor's expense is only one expense, that is regarding freight charges. That is 5,000 I will add. It will become 1,65,000, and this 5,000 units will be carried forward. And You should not directly add the consignee's expense, consignee's non-recurring expense. You should do an expenses before the transit. Correct. If I am sending the goods Mumbai to Surat, okay, in between there is a transit loss. That transit loss, here I am incurring consignor's expense. Here there is a transit loss, and then only consignee's expense will comes to a picture. Now you need to deduct the goods destroyed in transit. Goods destroyed in transit, it is an abnormal loss. Okay, it is an abnormal loss. That abnormal loss value you need to calculate. That is 200 is an abnormal item they have given. Correct. So 200 liters, it has been destroyed. So that 200 we will deduct. And how I calculate this value? That's a point. Just do simply cross multiplication and write down in your examination 1,65,000 multiplied by 200 divided by 5,000. What is the value we get? 6,600 is the value. Okay, 6,600 is the value. After that, if you deduct, you will end up with 4,800. And if you deduct from 1,65,000, you will end up with 1,58,400. 1,58,400. Then you will add non-recurring expenses of the consignee. Non-recurring expenses of the consignee you will add. That expenses will be all those expenses which we have taken. Correct. Now, this is the only one thing which is a consignee's non-recurring expenses. Clearing charges. Because the good on rent, you need to do it on every monthly basis till the goods are sold. Salesman salary, every month they need to pay. Only the non-recurring charges is clearing charges. So I will only add the clearing charges. Okay, that clearing charges amounts to 6,100. If I add this, my value of 4,800 units will remain same. If I add this, it will become 1,64,500. Okay, next. Important point comes to a picture, that is 100 liters of the goods were lost due to evaporation. That will be considered as normal loss. So I will deduct less normal loss. I will write in brackets, write down due to evaporation. Okay, and then we will deduct 100 units. What is my final value? The cost should be added to the normal loss, that is 1,64,500. Don't need to find any value for that normal loss. And after that, I will write down less goods sold. How many liters of oil they have sold? They have sold 4,000 liters of oil. So this 4,000 liters of oil, I am going to sold it off. Remaining 700 will be my unsold stock. But wait, how are you going to calculate the value? Same process. Cross multiply and write down. Don't never put this value in your examination. It will be completely a blunder you are doing. Here, this 1,65,000, it is a direct cost inclusive of profit. 1,65,000. That you should able to find out the cost value here in all the working notes which you are doing it here. Everything will be on the cost. Okay, so if you cross multiply, what is the value you will get? 4,700, 1,64,500 multiplied by 4,000 divided by 4,700. What is the value we get? 1,40,000 is the cost of the goods sold. 1,65,000 remaining 25 is the profit. Okay, unsold stock is 700. If you deduct this, it will become 24,500. The important point which you need to take care of this area. Never put direct sales value. Here you need to put the cost value of the goods sold. Okay, that's how unsold cost. This working note itself will carry 3 marks, 3 to 4 marks in your examination. If the question is for 7 marks, this working note will carry 3 marks. At least minimum 2 mark, maximum 3 mark. If the question is for 8 mark, 4 mark they will allot. Okay, and now you need to write the formalities. What you need to do, you will admire the abnormal loss. Okay, that is goods in transit. Abnormal loss only we need to do. That abnormal loss value will becomes now 6,600. You should give the reference working note number 1. Next, you should write buy consignment stock. Don't write closing stock. Write down buy consignment stock. Okay, and give the reference working note 1. That working note 1 references is what? 24,500 is a reference. Now tally both the sides, add both the sides. What value you will get? What is the value you will get? What is the total? 1,96,100. 1,96,100. Next thing, if you deduct all this, deduct everything, 1,60,000 plus 5,000 plus 7,300 plus 16,500 minus 1,96,100, it will become 7,300 is your final value. Correct. 7,300 is your final value. Final value will become 2. Write down to profit and loss account. Okay. Don't write P&L account, write down profit and loss account. Okay. This is how your 7 mark or 8 mark question should be done. Okay, with this, shall we move to the next question? Second question under the consignment part. Another interesting question, you will be able to find it out. Little bit crux point here. Yes. Nothing but here we will try to solve this question number 2. Question number 2. On 1/1/2021, Mr. Sam of Kerala consigned to Mr. Alex of Chennai goods for sale at invoice price. Kindly note it down, it is at invoice price. Mr. Alex is entitled to a commission of 5% on sales at invoice price. This question, it includes loading charges and 20% of any surplus realized over and above its invoice price. This is an important point. 20% over and above its invoice price. Goods costing 5,000 were consigned to Chennai at an invoice price of 7,50,000. The direct expenses of the consignor is given sum of 50,000. Then 31/3/2021, and account sales is a statement sent from consignee to consignor. Okay, was received by Mr. Sam from Mr. Alex, showing that he had effected the sales of rupees 6 lakh in respect of 4/5 of the quantity of the goods consigned to him. That's what's an important point here. It has been consigned to him. From that, he has sold 4/5 of the goods. Okay, Mr. Alex direct expenses were 15,000. Direct expenses has been 15,000. Mr. Direct expenses mean non-recurring expenses has been 15,000. Mr. Alex accepted a bill drawn by Mr. Sam for 5 lakh and remitted the balance due in cash. You are required to prepare consignment account and the account of Mr. Alex in the books of Mr. Sam. In the books of Mr. Sam. Okay. In this question, we are going to be able to identify an interesting area. Okay. Maybe this question can be tested in your examination in another different way. Is my voice is audible? Yes, perfect. Here I am facing some network issue here, so try to adjust it properly. We will try to do this sum. First, we will write in the books of in the books of Mr. Sam, and we will write consignment account. Okay, we will write credit, we will write debit, and particulars we will do the dates. The dates, if you want, you can put it off. Okay, particulars, rupees, date, if you want to put the dates. They are given the dates, you need to put the dates. If the dates are not given, the column should be omitted. You will write rupees column. Okay, we'll first do the formalities. That is first thing, they are on the 1st January they have consigned the goods, correct? On Jan 1 2021 they have consigned the goods, so I will write Jan 1 2021. In any order you can write 1 2021 also you can write. Okay, not an issue. Okay, I will write down 2 goods sent on consignment. How I will write down? Here it is based on invoice price. What I will write down? In brackets, I will write down invoice price. What is the invoice price value? 7,50,000 is an invoice price value. Now, immediately on the credit side, I will cancel the loading value. Loading, that is an abnormal. What is unrealized profit? I will do. Yes, it is mandatory to write the dates because in our examination, I have a doubt in the chat box. Some Niveta is asking the doubts. It is mandatory to write the dates, sir. Yes, it is mandatory to write the date if they given the date. Okay, it is mandatory to write the date if they given the date. If the question is very silent, nothing to say about the dates, date column doesn't matter. Because even though your entire answer is correct, the examiner will hesitate to give you full marks, not writing that simple column called date. So try to write it to get full out of full marks. Suppose what my simple question now, minimum 7 marks question if you're going to attend, at least minimum marks you should get 6 marks. That 1 mark probable error will be there. Okay, so maximum try to write the same. Okay, here we will write down by goods sent on consignment account. In bracket, I will write down loading. That loading, how I am going to calculate? Rupees 7,50,000 minus rupees 5 lakh is the cost price they have given. So I will write down 2,50,000. So it will automatically become 5 lakh on the debit side. 7,50,000 on the credit, so 7,50,000 on the debit, 2,50,000 on the credit. Indirectly, we are saying we are only debiting 5 lakh. Okay, that first point is done. Then they are given consignors direct expense bar. Consignors direct expense is 5 lakh, 550,000. I will write to bank account, the same date. To bank account, I will write consignors expense. That consignors expense they have given 50,000. Correct? That 50,000 they have given. Perfect. Then they have said that commission we need to give. Okay, and here I will give you 4 to 5, I will leave 10 to 15 lines, and I will able to find out. They say 20% on the invoice goods surplus. Correct, 20% on surplus realized over and above the invoice price, and here they have given 4/5 of the goods were consigned. Affected the sales, actual sales was 6 lakh. That 6 lakh first I will write down by Alex, that is sales. I will realize that sales on 31/3/2021. Okay, 31st March 2021. I have realized that sales value is around 6 lakhs I have done. Okay, that is a sales value. And I will write few lines and I will write down that is invoice price of goods sold I need to calculate. What they said that it is 4/5 of rupees 7,50,000. What they said, goods consigned to him, Mr. Alex, 4/5 of the points, goods consigned to him. What is the consigned goods to him? That value will become 7,50,000. That 7,50,000, if you calculate 4/5 of 7,50,000, what is the value? What is the value? 4/5 of 7,50,000. You will get 6 lakh as your value. This 6 lakh, it means that the goods were sold for rupees 6 lakh, and hence there was no surplus price. The goods is not sold. The goods is simply sold at cost price. The goods has been sold at same average sales price. It is not sold anything extra. Here also it is 6 lakh. My actual sales also, actual sales as per the given question also 6 lakh. So there is no surplus. So there is no 20% commission on it. So there is no 20% commission on it. So we are going to give it in the notes. Therefore, extra commission at 20% will not be given to Mr. Alex. We are not going to give it to Mr. Alex. That's our working note. We are going to give it to it. And then we are going to give it commission. What the commission they have said? Commission should be given. The normal commission should be 5% on the sales at the invoice price. What is the sales at invoice price value? Or find out 6 lakh is the sales at invoice price value. You found out. We will write down 31/3/2021. We will write down to Alex. In brackets, we will write down commission. Commission. We will write down 6 lakh into 5%. What is 6 lakh into 5%? 6 lakh into 5% will become 30,000. 6 lakh into 5% will become 30,000. Okay. Then we need to prepare this account. Okay. So we are going to find out the stock on consignment. Here I will give you a trick without an working. Okay, how you are going to understand the logic, I will tell you. We will write by stock on consignment account. Okay, stock on consignment account. Here they said it is 4/5 of the goods of the consignment were sold. Correct. What is the remaining thing? 1/5 is the remaining thing. Correct. 1/5 is the remaining thing. Okay. What are the things we need to add? First, we will put 1,50,000 multiplied by 7,50,000 as the invoice price of the goods plus consignor's direct expense 50,000 plus consignee's non-recurring income 15,000. Consignee's non-recurring income 15,000. Calculate the value and give me the value. Calculate the value and give me the value. In meantime, I will write it here. That is expenses. That is 15,000. What is the value? Yes, 1,63,000 is the correct answer, Niveta. 1,63,000 is the correct answer. That is the consigned goods, but it is an inclusive of invoice price. It is an inclusive of invoice price. We need to remove the invoice price on the consignment stock. Here we will use the word, kindly understand, here we will use the word to stock reserve because it is at the closing stock, unrealized profit. Here we will use the word to stock reserve. This to stock reserve, we will calculate it from what is the loading charges we are having. What is the loading charges we are having? Total loading charges is how much? Total loading charges is 2,50,000. We have written on the credit side. Correct? On this only closing stock should be calculated into 1/5. What is the value? What is the value? Your final value will become 50,000. Your final value will become 50,000. Now the formalities will be there. Now which side will be higher? Credit side will be higher. Calculate the credit side. Calculate the credit side. It's a credit side value. 10,13,000 is a credit side value. Here also it is 10,13,000 is the value. Okay. Now if you deduct everything, if you deduct things, you will write down on the same 31st March 2021. You will write to profit on consignment you will write, or to profit and loss account you will write. What is my final value? 1,33,000. I think so. Is it 1,33,000? Kindly check it out. 7,50,000 plus 50 plus 30 plus 15 plus 50,000. You will get 8,95,000 minus 10,13,000. You will get 1,18,000. Your answer is wrong. It is 1 lakh. Yes. How it is 1,30,000? Yeah, 1,18,000 is the correct answer. Niveta is doing correct. 1,18,000 is the final value. Profit on consignment transferred to profit and loss account. That's a final value you will write. I am not having enough space, so I am writing like this. You will write it in your exam. Every time if you are going to go for a closing stock or balancing, give 3 to 4 lines or maximum 5 lines and then do the balancing. You will be able to find sufficient time. Here also you will put star to make a references. Okay. Then finally last account comes under the consignment is Alex account. Okay. Alex account is a consignors account. Consignors account, I will do it now. Kindly listen. Here we will write particulars and particulars. We will just do the what are the Alex's account we are facing. Alex account in Alex where there is Alex account, we will do a posting here. We will write by consignment. We have 2 accounts, correct? One is regarding expenses, one is regarding commission. Okay, expenses is 15,000, commission is 30,000. And here we will write only one thing. We will write to consignment account. To consignment account. In brackets, we will write down sales, that is entirely 6 lakh. Entirely 6 lakh. And they have given one word in this question. The bills has been drawn for 5 lakh. 5 lakh is a bills receivable. A journal entry will become bills receivable to debtors like this. Here I will consider bills receivable to Alex account. Here I will write down to Alex. On the credit side, I will write down by bills receivable. What is a by bills receivable value? 5 lakh is a bills receivable value. And then simply done. I have given 6 lakh. On that 6 lakh, you have given a worth of 5 lakh bill. On that 5 lakh bill, I have made some expenses of 15,000 and 30,000. What is the remaining value? With this, we are going to solve with the consignment part. Final value is 55,000. This 55,000 is nothing but they have treated it is already paid through the bank. We will write down by bank account and we will write it is a balancing figure. Okay, that's all with our entire consignment part. This question is an interesting question. Here you need to remember this point and you need to write it down. Okay, with this consignment part is over. Whenever we are going to upload this video in the YouTube, at the description below, we will upload the same. If time permits, we will upload the same the Google Drive folder also. You can download the same PDF from it. Okay. So with this, we are closing our consignment session. In the next session, we are going to focus on bills of exchange. Hello guys, welcome back to another session. In this session, we are going to focus on the topic bills of exchange. In this bills of exchange, the first simple related concept, this I already covered in the same exam oriented batch. In this, we have seen flow of transaction, correct? On this, I speak about sales transaction flow and I speak about how the purchase transaction will flow. On this part, we have seen about the bills receivable journal entries. The same is applicable here. The parts which has not covered there, I will cover it here. Okay, that is first thing is your concept number 1 is retirement of bill. Can anybody know what is retirement of the bill? Write along with me. Those who are watching these classes in the YouTube also, you can write along with me. First one, when drawee honors the bill before the due date is known as retirement of the bill. Okay. Next, for that purpose, drawee gets rebate. Rebate means yearly discount for making yearly payment. For making yearly payment. This rebate value, how you are going to calculate, that's the important point here. You will calculate bill value into rate of interest percentage multiplied by yearly payment period. Yearly, how many months or how many days is making an yearly payment before the due date, divided by 12 months you can put, or you can put 365 if the calculation is in number of days. If it is in month, you can put it in month. This yearly payment, how you calculate, is nothing but date of honor to due date. When he is paying the bill, till you need to calculate till the due date. Okay. Here, important point here is, here do not consider the grace days. Grace days should not be considered in due date. This is an important point which you need to remember. Fourth step is passing journal entry. For passing the journal entry, I will give it in two persons books. In bills of exchange, we will simply call them as drawer, drawee. In the same case, here we will call them in the books of drawer. Okay, in the books of drawer. From a drawer's point of view, he is getting yearly payment. He is giving some discount. He is giving some discount. He is getting some money. My money comes to my bank account. My bank account will increase. My asset value will increase. So I will debit my bank account. Then I am providing some discount to my drawee for the yearly payment. That discounting charges is a loss for me. So that discounting charges, I am going to debit it. Okay. Once it has been done, my bills receivable will get cancelled. At the time of passing the bills receivable, I will pass the entry bills receivable to debtors. Now it will become bills receivable will get cancelled. So I will write down bills receivable account. That's an entry. If it is in case of retirement of the bill. Suppose they are asked us to prepare in the books of drawee. Asking to prepare in the books of drawee, you will prepare my bills payable will get cancelled. So it will be bills payable account will get debited. Previously it is credited. Now we are going to cancel it off. And from the point of view of drawee, he is getting discount. That discount is an income, one way of gain for him. So that gain, we will name it by the word rebate. To rebate account. Okay, then he is making a payment, his bank balance will comes down. It is to bank account. To bank account. So this is known as retirement of the bill. Retirement of the bill. Now we will come across a new area. Most of them don't know about that part. Second concept here is renewal of the bill. Second concept is based on Renewal of the bill. Renewal of the bill means, it means when the drawee is, they may tested this in your MCQs also for CMA. It means when a drawee is not in a position, to honor the bill, then he requests drawer to cancel the old bill, or and to take some cash, from him. Him means drawee, and drawer fresh bill for the balance amount. Okay, along with, for that amount, along with, they need to pay interest. Along with interest on what amount? On balance amount. On balance amount for the new bill. And it will include the period also. Again, also 2 period, 3 months period they will give. So this entire above process, what we are doing, is known as renewal of the bill. Renewal of the bill. Okay, renewal of the bill. Are you able to understand what is the difference between retirement of the bill and renewal of the bill? Understood? Everybody understood? Shall we go to the another interesting area? Accommodation bill. Yes. Our next topic for our discussion is accommodation bill. Accommodation bill will remain so simple. I will try to explain this part. Suppose when there will be 2 persons to accommodate each other's needs. I need some money and you are also needing some money. So to accommodate ourselves, we are drawn a bill on both the persons' names. That is known as accommodation of bill. When a bill is drawn between 2 persons for accommodating each other's, what obligation they will have? They may have financial needs or financial obligations, is known as accommodation bill. Is known as accommodation bill. Sometimes this accommodation bill can also be called as kite bill. This will also be called as kite bill. Okay. How the process it will work? Listen. First step, generally, it will work in such a way that your step 1 will be, you will draw a bill and you are waiting for an acceptance, and once you will get an acceptance in your first step. For that, you need to pass an entry. On your step 2, you will discount the bill. Always you will discount the bill. On the accommodation, you will only do discounting in step 2. And based on the agreed ratio, in step 3, drawer will remit some value to the drawee. Drawer will remit to drawee share of proceeds. What is an agreed share? They will remit by the drawer to drawee. Okay. Here the important points comes to the picture. Both share discounting charges in an agreed ratio. In an agreed ratio, discounting charges will also be shared. Then, your step number 4. Interesting step. Final steps to conclude. Step 4 is drawer is remits his share to drawee to honor the bill. Suppose let's say 10,000, he is discounting at 10%, he is getting 1,000 as a discount and he is getting 9,000. From this 9,000, drawer will remit agreed ratio equal. Let's assume it is equal. 4,500 along with 500 discount, drawee should bear. He will simply send 4,500 immediately on the discounting. He will send to the drawee on the due date. The remaining amount 4,500 will need to be sent to the drawee for what? To honor the bill. Okay, to honor the bill. So at that time, prepare drawee's account. Prepare most important area. Drawee's account in the books of drawer. The books of drawer. Why we are doing this step? To calculate amount payable. To calculate what? To calculate amount payable. Okay. Suppose in this case, drawer remits to honor the bill. What if drawer does not remit the value? What if? There can be also a probables, correct? If drawer does not remit his share or drawee does not have his share to honor the bill, both the situation, then again there will be a 2 option. One is draw a trade bill. What is a trade bill? For purchase and sales, we are making a bill called trade bill. To accommodate each other needs is known as accommodation bill. Draw a trade bill to settle the account. Or there may be also a probability that draw a fresh accommodation bill. Fresh accommodation bill to, here the important point comes, to honor the first bill. To honor the first bill, I am drawing the second bill. Again, fresh accommodation bill. Most of the cases, you will use this method. Most of the cases in your examination, you will use this method. why this process is happening, why there can be a probability. I will try to explain it in this part. Okay, suppose why there is a drawer, why is going to ask for a drawee for that payment. Since why the step number 4 is majorly important, since, listen to this point, since on the due date, okay, since on the due date, bill is discounted, correct? To whom, with whom the bill is there? As of now, once discounting, the bill is with which person? The bill is with which person? Who is having the bill? Bill is with the bank. Okay, since on the due date, bill is with the bank, bank will ask the entire bill value, entire 10,000 they will ask. Not only 9,000, 9,000 plus 1,000 discounting charges, the total bill value only they will ask. The entire bill value from, they will not ask the drawer. They will go and ask only the drawee, because drawee only is ready to accept the bill. He is making a sign and is accepting, press I am ready to pay the bill. So bill value from the drawee, and hence drawee will ask the drawer share, drawer share from the drawer itself, that 4,500 or plus 500, that is total 5,000 they will ask. Then drawee will pay the value, pay the amount to the bank. His share means drawee share plus drawer's share to honor the bill. To honor the bill. This is how your accommodation steps will work. Okay. Are you able to understand this accommodation bill? Bills of exchange question, there can be a probability to test a bills of exchange question. They will have three things. Either they can ask a question from consignment, either they can ask a question from bills of exchange, or either they can ask a question from joint venture. Out of which, I may think they will not test joint venture. Okay, they will test bills of exchange because in the past old syllabus they have not tested this topic. For new syllabus, in the model question paper itself, they have given the question regarding the bills of exchange. Okay, that too they will test. If you want to test so much of tough topic, they will only test on accommodation. Okay, how you need to pass the journal entries? Your step number 1, pass as usual a simple journal entry. Pass of journal entries as usual, as per the flow of the question. Whatever given in the question, just pass the journal entries. Second step is an important, in working note, calculate, okay, amount payable or I need to receive the amount that you are going to prepare. Okay, that is, you are going to prepare the opposite person. From whose books you are preparing, from that opposite person you are going to prepare an account. This is an entire discussion about the accommodation. Okay. Now we will do one interesting question on the, which is includes of everything in the bills of exchange. I will read this question. Listen. First part is Suresh draws a bill for 15,000 on Anup on 15th April 2020 for 3 months, which is written by Anu to Suresh after accepting the same. From the point of view, he is a drawer. Anup will become drawee once he is accepted the bill. Yes, he is accepting. You will assume on the same date he is going to accept the bill. Suresh gets it discounted with the bank for 14,700. What is the total bill value? 15,000. Finally, he is getting 14,700. Okay. The left value is 300. This 300 will act as a discount charges. Bank on 18th April he is doing and remit 1/3 of the value amount to Anu. 1/3 value. Remit is going to be 1/3 value. We have taken the notes. On the due date, Suresh fails to remit the amount due to Pradeep, Anu. Okay, but instead of that, what he is doing? He is accepts a bill of 17,500. Is making a fresh bill for a period of 3 months with Anu. He is discounting at 17,100 and remits 2,825 to Suresh. Before the maturity of the renewed bill, Suresh is not become insolvent and only 50% was realized from his estate on 31st October 2020. They are asking the journal entries for the above transaction in the books of Suresh. They are asking. In the books of Suresh, they are asking. So if they are asking to prepare in the Suresh books, we will also prepare it from the point of view of Suresh books. Okay. So write the format now. That is, write down. I will always black to write down in the books of Suresh. You will write journal entries. You will write a date column, particulars. LF column should be very small, very small. Then debit, rupee symbol, then credit, rupee symbol we will put. First journal entry, what you need to do? First he is making a payment. Is drawing a bill for 15,000. What is the journal entry you will pass? Bills receivable to debtors you will pass. In the same way, I will write down April 15. All the year is going to be 2020. So I will write April 15. That April 15 is first journal entry I will pass as what? Bills receivable account debit. To whom the bill has been drawn? Anu. Correct. To Anu account. What is the value of the bill? 15,000 is the value of the bill. 15,000 is the value of the bill. And you will write a narration that being acceptance received from Anu. For, you will use the word mutual accommodation. Using the word mutual accommodation is important. Okay. Accommodation. Once it has been done. First step is done. What he has done in the next step? On 18th April, he is discounting with the bank. Who is discounting? Suresh is discounting. So it involves Suresh. So you are going to pass a journal entry on April 18 by writing discount. If I am going to get a discount, my bills receivable will cancel off. Correct? I will write 2 bills receivable. $15,000. I will write it on credit side. Now, instead of the bill I am having, I am going to get a cash in my bank account. I will write bank account, debit. What is the value I'm going to get? Only 14,700 I'm going to get. Remaining value 300, I am going to treat that as discount charges or discount account or discount charges account. You will write. Now you will write simple narration being bills discounted with whom? With bank. Okay. Next. On April 18th, on the same day, and they use the word and, it means on the same day on 18th, he remits 1/3 of the amount to Anup. He is going to give the value to the Anup. Correct? So he has created the liability, correct, of 15,000. Now on those 15,000, he is going to remit 1/3 of the value. That is on same April 18, 1/3 of the value on 15,000. What is the 1/3 value? It is 5,000. That I'm going to cancel off by writing the Anup account on the debit side. On the debit side, I will write the Anup account by writing 5,000. But actually, I am having how much? 14,700 in my hand. I need to pay how much? 5,000. That 5,000, it is assumed that on the remittance, discounted should also be remitted on same agreed ratio. So I will pass a journal entry from my bank account. I am having 14,700. On that, what is an agreed ratio of 1/3? 14,700 into 1/3 value. What is the value? 4,900. Will transfer it to whose account? Anup account. That is 4,900. Then discount should also be agreed on a same ratio. So discount charges 300 into 1/3. What is the value? 100 rupees. So debit credit will get equal. Now in the next step, you will write a narration being 1/3 of proceeds of the bill sent to Anup or remit to Anup. Write anything. Okay. Once it has been done. Next step, what they have given, 18th we have done. On the due date, what is the due date? That's how we are going to find out. What is an actual bill value? April 15. What is an April 15? 15/4/2020. Correct? How many days they have said? 3 months. Add 3 months. 15/7/2020. Correct? But we are having 3 days of grace we are having. Okay, 3 extra days we will provide. What is the date? 18/7/2020. This is my due date. Are you able to understand this part? Are you able to understand? Next. What is my due date? July 18th will become my due date. On July 18th, what has done? That's a point. On the due date, Suresh fails to remit the amount due to Anup. But he accepts a bill of 17,500 of rupees 3 months. Now it is completely reversal. Who is accepting? Suresh fails. So he is accepting the bill. But he means he accepts the bill means now in the second point, Suresh will become drawee. Anup will become drawer. You are preparing, now your point of view will change. Now you are thinking Suresh till 4 journal entries, till 3 journal entries, he is thinking from a point of view of drawer. Now you should think it from the point of view of drawee. Okay, for drawee, it is bills payable. Correct? Even if it is bills payable, I am going to credit it. Correct? Because it is bills payable. Bills payable account debt. 17,500 I will put. On the debit side, to whom I am accepted? A. that is Anup. Anup account, I am going to debit it by 17,500. By 17,500 being acceptance given. Being acceptance given. In the next step, what they have said, with 3 months, again it is for 3 months. With Anup, discounts are 17,000. Anup only discounting. For this discounting, there is no entry in Suresh books. Because who is discounting? Anup. In Anup books, he is making a journal entry. 17,100. For how much he is taking? 4,400 they are taking. Okay. And remit 2825 to Suresh. And remits how much to Suresh? 2825 to Suresh. Before the maturity, here he is remitting 1/3 of the value, correct? He is remitting 1/3 of the value. Okay. Now, here what we will do, on the same July 18 is going to get some remitted value on an agreed ratio, that Suresh is going to get some money. That money is equal to bank account, that is equal to 2825, they already given in the question. Here we will indirectly do discount account. Okay, we will indirectly do discount account. What is the difference between 17,500 minus 17,100 is equal to 400, correct? On that 400, we will take a proportionate value into 3/4. That is, the proportionate value will be 300. Your proportionate value will be 300, and we will write to Anup account, because Anup account only we are getting our values. From Anup account we are writing, and it will be 3125. 3125. What we will write? Here we will use the word being proceeds of second bill received from Anup. Being the proceeds of second bill received from Anup. Okay, and after that, this is also going to do it on the same day. Okay, next. And remits to Suresh. Indirect adjustment, this 400 you should only do. Okay, before the maturity of the renewed bill, Suresh becomes insolvent. He is not able to repay the amount which was realized on next date on 31st October. So here on the due date, before the maturity, he renewals the bill, Suresh becomes insolvent. From July 18, calculate 3 months. July 18, calculate 3 months. How you will calculate? 18/7/2020. From 3 months, it is 10/2020. It is 18 plus 3 grace days, that is 21/10/2020 is become insolvent. So for that insolvent entry, don't pass direct entry, first pass the reversal entry of original entry. What is the original entry for bills payable we have passed? We have passed on the entry on the July 18, correct? This July 18 entry should get reversed. It should get reversed because he is not able to repay the debts again, correct? So we are going to do on October 21. Calculation of date is very, very important in this point. You will just reverse the entry, that is dishonoring of the bill. Is not going to repay. So we are passing a dishonor entry by passing a reversal entry. Bills receivable to Anup account, we will write 17,500, 17,500. Now, our interesting part comes to a picture. We will write a narration that being bills dishonored, you need to pass the entry. This is an hidden entry you need to pass. Hidden journal entry you need to pass. Being the bills dishonored due to what? Due to insolvency. Okay, once immediately done. What is the value is recovering from this estate on 31st October only is realized only 50%. On what value it is 50%, that is silent. For that purpose only, we are going to calculate on October 31. Okay, this is not forms part of your working note, that is not necessary, but we will do it some part. I will try to easily summarize you. Okay, I will write it here. We will prepare Anup account here. Okay, we will prepare Anup account here. Okay, in this Anup account, where there is 15,000, write simply put 15,000. Don't write some nothing. Just roughly we will do it in your examination. Where the next where there is Anup, 5,000 I have paid. This I will get a credit from them, and I have paid 5,000 to them. Then here you will get Anup is how much? 17,500. I need to pay to Anup because due to the which purpose? I am not going to repay the bill, so I am going to have the second bill. Next, I am having Anup that 3125 value on the credit. So I will put 3125. Okay. Then I am having Anup account 17,500. That is dishonoring of the bill. Okay. 7,500 if you tally. Actually, if you want to tally, actual method I will tell you, and I will tell you the shortcut. We'll have total 35625 is the total value. Okay. From this, if you deduct 22,500, you will end up with 31,125 is a value. It's simply nothing but 1,500 gets cancelled. On this 5,000, 15,000, 5,000 is already been received. You are left with which part? 10,000 you need to receive. Then 3,125 you need to receive. That's what 13,000 will come. It is nothing but 10,000 from the old bill and 3,125 from the new bill, new discounting of the remits portion you need to pay. Okay, so it is on which side? Debit side. So for that Suresh, it is receivable. Okay, for that Suresh, it is receivable. Wait, Suresh becomes insolvent and was realized from his estate on 31st October. Wait. On this 31-2, this is on the debit side. Correct? It is on the debit side. So we will write to Anup account. Anup account debit. I need to go to them is 3125. Okay, how it is came? Rupees 10,000 from the old bill plus rupees 3,125 from the new remittance portion. 2, I will write to bank account. Okay, I will write to bank account. What is the amount I need to only recover? Only recover 50%. 3,125 into 50%. 13,125 into 50%. What is the value? 6,562.5. Then here it is deficiency. For other person, in Anup's books, it will become bad debts. Okay, from Anup point of view, it is a bad debt. From a point of view of Suresh, it is a deficiency. It is a gain for Suresh. That is, Suresh needs to pay to Anup. Finally, to conclude, Suresh needs to pay to Anup. So, Anup account, he is going to debit it by going to pay it. Okay, but what he actually ready to pay, only is having an amount worth of 6,562.5. Remaining 6,562.5 is an one type of gain, deficiency gain for him. Okay, that is an unrealized gain which is enjoyed by Suresh due to insolvency. Okay, here we will write a journal entry. Being insolvent, only 50% amount to be paid to Anup. That's all with my journal entry. If you do all this part, okay, if you do all this part, you will have a very good 8 marks. Very good 8 marks. None of the working notes is required. This date calculation and all, this doesn't require in your examination. This and all I am writing for your understanding purpose. This diagram also I am doing for your purpose. This ledger also to make you to understand. Okay, most important entry is regarding this entry. What are the entries I have colored? That is an important entry you need to do. Okay, with this we have completed with the bills of exchange part. Okay, in our next video we will be starting with a new area, that is final accounts of the sole trader. We are going to see whatever we see under the NPO 13 to 14 adjustments. The same we will be trying to solve it under the final accounts also, and we have 2 to 3 problems also. Thank you. Have a nice day.